Welcome back to another Habs Daily News. Today we talk about the Montreal Canadiens contract RFA for Xhekaj and Guhle. And then I have a big trade rumor. You have to watch until to the end of the video to figure out what is my big prediction for the Montreal Canadiens trade rumor. So let's dive in talking about my first subject of the day. I want to talk about Arber Xhekaj and Caiden Guhle. Both of them are RFA. Xhekaj in 2024 and Guhle in 2025. Yes, we still have Justin Barron, but Barron does not have a lot of leverage to negotiate a contract. I expect Montreal to offer him a $1 million for 1 year or 2 years. But now for Xhekaj situation, guys, I compare his contract to Brendan Schneider for the New York Rangers. Schneider drafted by the Rangers in 2020, 19th overall pick, play on the third pairing with the team, play approximately 20 minutes per game. Now is a big right defenseman, 6'3", 209 pounds, signed a 2 years contract at $2.2 million a couple of days ago. And I think this is a great way to compare Schneider, Xhekaj. Prior to that, you have to take a note. The Montreal Canadiens under Ken Hughes signed Jordan Harris. For Harris, he got a $1.4 million for 2 years. We know Harris dropped on the Montreal Canadiens, 71 overall pick in 2018. Played the last couple of years with the Montreal Canadiens, most of the time as a third pairing, but he played on the left side and on the right side. For Xhekaj, never been drafted, big 6'4", 238, play on the left side, play last year in the Laval Rocket, get the call up, did very well until he get hurt again. And this is the second year, back-to-back, he need a surgery on his front shoulder. This is a really big red flag about Xhekaj for his negotiation with the Montreal Canadiens. So for me, because of this situation, I believe the Montreal Canadiens are going to offer him a 2 or 3 years contract at $1.5 million to $1.75 million. I don't expect Montreal Canadiens go over $2 million to Xhekaj. Then I feel like Xhekaj would take a chance. And I think this is fair for both parties. Xhekaj have to prove he's not a prone injury, and Montreal Canadiens will be happy to get Xhekaj for at least 2 years at that amount of $1.5 to $1.75 million. The next player I want to talk about is Caiden Guhle. The situation with Guhle is different. Why, coach? Because Guhle become RFA during the summer 2025. They have a role in NHL. Every July 1st, you can negotiate with any player or RFA for the upcoming year. Montreal could give him an extension contract. To that exercise, I'm going to compare him with front players in NHL. First of all, I'm going to compare him to Rasmus Anderson, followed by Kadri Miller, and then I have Sean Theodore. If you look about the Rasmus Anderson signed a 6-year contract at $4.5 million when he was 22 years old. Become now first pairing defenseman with the Flame. Play a big role on the power play for the team. A little bit more offensive side, better at Guhle. But Guhle is better on the shutdown defenseman. I think both them play approximately the same kind of TOI minute. This is a great way to compare the contract of Anderson to Guhle. My second player I want to talk about is Kadri Miller. Miller is a second pairing defenseman of the New York Rangers. Play also over 20 minutes per game. Is a great shutdown defensive man for the New York Rangers. He's a big guy, 6'5", 216. Score approximately 6 to 8 goals per year. He brings approximately 30 points per season since he played with the New York Rangers. And he signed a bridge contract at $3.8 million when he was 22 years old. Same age like Caiden Guhle. This is another way to compare the contract of Caiden Guhle with the Montreal Canadiens. And finally, I have Sean Theodore. Now, Theodore was drafted by the Anaheim Ducks, trade to the Vegas Golden Knights, signed at 22 years old, a 7-year contract at $5.2 million. Yes, Theodore is more an offensive player. Join the rush, transition is great. His defensive zone coverage is not the same way with Guhle. If you compare both players, I think both bring great minute for both teams, play a specific role, and I think this is a great way to compare at long term the contract of Caiden Guhle versus Sean Theodore. And finally, if you look about Caiden Guhle, but he played 70 games last year, 22 points, 6 goals, 16 assists. Guhle is really a shutdown, play on the right side, on the left side. Put this all together, this is a great hockey player at long term with the Montreal Canadiens. And for me, my prediction, obviously, I have three ways. Why? Because Montreal could go with only a 2 year contract at $4.5 million before they offer him a bigger contract. They can give him a little bit a longer contract before he become a UFA, and it could be a 3 to 5 years contract at $5.5 million. And if they want to go a long term, I feel they're going to offer him a $6.5 million. I don't see him to get over $7 million like Caulfield, Sikorsky, or Suzuki. Why? Because a defenseman always get less money compared to the forward. And we don't know yet if Cody is going to be a first pairing defenseman at long term with the Montreal Canadiens. And I feel like if they go a long term, Montreal would love to give him a long extension contract. But I think Montreal would be very happy to get him at $6.5 million. I would love to hear from you guys below the video. Tell me what would be the prediction of Kaiden Guhle. And let's finishing this video with my big ab trade rumor from Coach today. A lot of fans will love the Montreal Canadiens add a top 6 forward. For the last couple of weeks, Montreal Canadiens targets fan players like Trevor Zegras, Patrick Laine, Nick Chess, McRowdy, Kako, and Kaliev. Yes, maybe other name, but they are the most named relate to a trade with the Montreal Canadiens. So far, nothing happened. From this, I said, wait a minute, Montreal Canadiens could go to another way. Then I remember when Ken Hughes said, when he tried to give a contract to Jonathan Marchessault, UFA, a 3 year contract, he said, we still have a 2-3 years window to get a transition players top 6. I said, okay, which team in NHL could make a trade to get what? Josh Anderson. Are you kidding me, Coach? No. I think Josh Anderson could be traded to who? To the Vancouver Canucks, and return Montreal Canadiens get Connor Garland and the prospect Paul Colzin. Garland still have a 2 year contract at $4.5 million. We know Anderson still have 3 years at $5.5 million. I think that will satisfy both teams. Why? Montreal want to get out quicker Anderson. Montreal still have a 2 years window, like Ken Hughes said. Yes, Garland is a small player, but he is great on the offensive side. I think he can fill up the hole of the second line for the Montreal Canadiens for 2 years. Then the young prospect, you never know what Martin Saint-Louis can do with them. And my trade is Montreal Canadiens trade Anderson and Harris, and return they get Paul Colzin and Garland. If you think about this, that satisfied both teams. Vancouver get a left defenseman, send the departure of Zadorov. That will give them a little bit more better situation for them at that position. They get a Josh Anderson, yes, a 3 year contract, but is a big winger. And when you play in the playoff, they will love to get that kind of prototype of a player versus a Garland. And finally, for the Montreal Canadiens, they eliminate Josh Anderson. They get a contract only for 2 years, and then they can move on with the prospect pipeline they have Montreal Canadiens, like Michael Edge, Owen Beck, or Dimitrov, and maybe more are coming with the Montreal Canadiens. So I think overall, this could be a great trade for the Vancouver Canucks and the Montreal Canadiens. I would love to hear from you. I know you're going to be disagree or agree, but what do you think about that trade I proposed to you today on this Habs Daily News video? That's all, my friend. Thanks for watching another Habs Daily News. Don't forget, please, to click on the like, subscribe, and leave me a comment about this video. And of course, you have greatness inside of you, and we wish you an amazing, great, blessed day, everybody.